Hey y'all, this is Rob, and I just wanted to come to you for a minute, a little bit unscripted, as if I ever script out much of anything. But I wanted to come and talk to you a little bit about the some of the whole coronavirus thing that's going on, the fear surrounding it. I see a lot of people, myself included, a little bit, that hear a lot of things. You hear lots of bad information, and you get worried, and you think, "Is it coming to get me?" You know, I'm kind of make a joke of it, but you get to thinking about that kind of thing. And for myself, I know that I have I have sort of I don't know if I have lung problems, but I've always had a little bit of allergy related asthma. You know, I've mentioned before, my three best customers all deal with products that I'm allergic to. And so sometimes when I get around them and get a nose full of dust and a lung full of dust, I have trouble breathing. So that makes me know that maybe I'm one of those people that if the bad old coronavirus does come and get me, that it may put me under. That may be the end of old Rob. You know, it may be the last you see of me. I don't know. Maybe. Does it scare me? Scare would be a strong word. Does it concern me? Yeah, a little bit. Because, you know, there's still so much information and misinformation coming around. It's hard to know what's right and what's not right. You know, I see several people on YouTube, other YouTube guys that I trust a lot and give really good advice that are way more concerned about this than I am. Maybe I need to be more concerned. I don't know. We've talked about this before. But maybe because I deal in a profession doing the electrical stuff I do and some of the particular types of electrical stuff I do, maybe I've always been aware that I could get blowed up or burned up or fall off of some 200-foot tall something at any point, that it doesn't worry me as much as it should. One guy that I'm getting to be friends with, I feel like, mentioned about people being cavalier and having to deal with the horrible results of that. I've seen horrible. Boy, I've seen a lot more horrible than I want to, and not just the not just the recent events either, but plenty of other horrible stuff too. I don't think I'm callous to it necessarily, but when I think about it for myself, I know that something could happen to me. I've always known that. I have not made a habit my whole life of being careful and safe. I have done lots of stupid things that really should have got me killed, and I skated through them. So when we have something coming up that the numbers still, for the U.S. at least, and especially for the U.S., don't show to have a much higher death rate than other things, flu, tuberculosis, stuff like that goes around, it's hard for me to be as concerned about it yet. Now, I may change my mind. A week from now, you know, if people start dropping like flies all over the place, I may say, whoa, I better be a little more careful. And maybe I better be. And I am being a little bit careful. I'm not out licking doorknobs. I wanted to do a video. I don't remember who it was said I should go lick some doorknobs. And I tried to get Happy Hair to help me do it, but she couldn't deal with it. Maybe I will later. I don't know. Just, you know what, there's an old saying, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Maybe. But I'm not doing crazy stuff like that. I am being a little bit careful. I am not around. Careful is an interesting term. It's a relative term. You know, what one person thinks is careful, somebody else makes think is completely insane, crazy, non-careful. Mostly what I want to do is I want to try to let everybody else know, is this something we should be worried about? Sure. Yeah, there's something new, something going on that we don't know much about. Is it something we need to be scared of? There's another one of those, that relative term again. You know, what's scared, what's cautious. Yes, I think we should be cautious. I think you should do whatever things you think protect you and your family and the people you love. That's the prudent thing to do. Now, sometimes that means you can't do much of anything, but you can't let it get to you either. Even knowing some of the things I know, this whole thing kind of plays with your head a little bit. I catch myself coughing. Last night, I woke up in the middle of the night coughing. Finally hacked some stuff up. And my brain thought, did you get it? Were you not being careful, Rob? Did you get around somebody you shouldn't have got around? But yet, the common sense part of me, the smart part of me knows, no, that's not what it is. I asked Happy Hair about it. You know, Have I got it? And she's like, you don't sound any different than you always do. She said, you're always coughing up something because of the dusty environment. Today, pushing a lawnmower for a little bit. We hadn't had rain in a while, and so there was a cloud of dirt following me around. I know I should have had a mask on. Happy Hair will tell me I should have had a mask on. Did I have a mask on? No, of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. Why would I do that? And so later when I can't breathe and I'm going, my brain says, uh-oh. But I know better. I know some other people. I've talked to some other people who worry about this. And of course, every time they get a symptom, they get a cough, they feel a little bit sweaty. They got a sore muscle. Their stomach hurts a little. Now, everybody's in panic mode. Not even panic mode, but everybody's in worry mode. And so that's the first place your brain goes is, do I have it? But hopefully we don't. I think we don't. We don't have it. Most people I know don't have it. I know some people that think they did have it, that are getting over it right now. Maybe they did. You know, there's so much misinformation, so much unknown about this that maybe they did. One of the things to consider is the death rates versus the people that actually have it. The people that actually have it, I'll bet they're not, I'll bet there's a large number who are not getting tested, and so nobody knows they had it. But they have it, they get over it, they're better, and it never does count. And so that puts the percentages down lower. All the technical and number stuff aside, if you catch yourself worrying about this, do something, what's the term, proactive? Do something to get your mind off of it. You know, something that happens to me sometimes when I worry about things, I wake up in the middle of the night, got to wake up, go to the bathroom, got to wake up because I've got too much cover and it's hot, for whatever reason, and my brain instantly goes active. My brain goes live, like, hey, welcome to the live show with Rob. Remember those invoices you didn't get done today? What are you going to do about those? And I lay there tossing and turning until I finally realize the thing to do, like the thing to do if you're worried about being sick, is to get up and deal with it for a little bit. I get up, I'll go into my office, sit down, do some paperwork, maybe figure some invoices, maybe work on a parts list I need, work on a job bid I'm doing. And then after a little while, what it does is my brain says, hey, you know what, Rob? Good job. You gave it the go college try, buddy. You can go back to bed now and get some sleep. And then I go back to bed and get some sleep. Doesn't always work that easy, but usually it does. The same thing with when you feel like you're getting sick. If you think too much about getting sick, you might get sick. You don't want to get sick. If you feel like you're getting sick, go out for a walk. And I know that may be one of the non-careful things, and it may be easy for me to say that. I live out here 6 miles from any town out in the country, you know, with my closest neighbor a mile away. So I can go out for a walk and not have to worry about getting any coronavirus infected air blowing across me. I don't have to worry too much about that. But do something. Heck, man, do some exercises in your house. You call some other people you know and make sure they're doing okay. Do something to get your mind off of it. And I know most people do. I know there's not people sitting around going, oh golly, oh golly, oh golly. I know that's not what's happening. But still, your brain will mess with you. Your mind is your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time. So, all that just to say, don't let this get to you. There is still so much misinformation out there that we do not know. Honestly, the economic consequences of this, and this is where Rob kind of slips off into the tinfoil hat stuff, is our government doing something that they've been wanting to do for a long time. You know, I'm going to wax political for a second here. You know, they came up with that big 11 or 1,200 page bill in a day or two. You don't write a bill that size, all the stuff they come up with, you don't write that quick. Even if you got a lot of people helping do it, that's a lot of stuff they had ready to shove through, and now they did. And whatever reason they did it for, it likely won't be good for us. Another Patriot Act come to visit us, who knows. Anyway, enough about that. Over the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have plenty of time to figure out what's going on. I got a tooth going bad right now, so every time that tooth acts up, I know, big surprise, right, Rob? Tooth going bad. Every time that tooth acts up, it makes my ears hurt a little bit or makes my throat a little bit sore from whatever venom is getting pumped out of it back into the back of my throat. I think about that too, but you have to not think about that. You have to think things through. Be careful, be prudent, be safe. Stay healthy, but don't let the idea of this become a worse enemy, a more harmful thing to you than the illnesses and sicknesses themselves. Look, I wish I could think of a good way to turn this with a positive ending. Make it all seem happy and fun. I like to, me, I like to do fun videos. I like to make jokes. I like to screw around. I really do. But I actually do have a serious side. It won't come out real often, probably. It's been out a lot the last 8 months. Anyway, y'all be careful. Take care of yourselves. Write something funny in the comments that everybody else will laugh at. I mean, if you want to you don't have to make a comment. That's okay. But try to stay positive. Okay. Think of positive things through all of this. Think of things you can be doing, and start planning and thinking through. If the economy doesn't get better, which it likely won't for a little while, your mileage may vary. Start working on some backup plans for that. Be thinking of what you're going to do later. What are you going to do next week? What are you going to do 3 weeks from now? Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I love y'all. I hope all of you stay safe. I'm looking forward to us all having a good laugh about, gee, yeah, we thought it was going to get us, and it's all going to look like nothing here in a month or so. We'll see what happens. Time will tell. In the meantime, God bless all of you, and cheers.